The biggest advantage of the n8n tools, two biggest advantages, is the integration options, and another one is the ease of deployment to reach our target audience, because the product produced but not used by target audience is useless. And I will explain a few of these items in a minute. But first thing, I just want to show you that, for example, with the possible integration options that we have, even by just scrolling through the integrated modules, you can see that, yeah, the amount of possibilities of reaching out to your audience is huge, literally huge. And all these integrations are available pretty much out of the box, and you don't have to set up too much except for some API keys or credentials. And also it helps you keep everything pretty visual and simple for understanding, even for people who don't write code on a daily basis. And the memory persistence is also easy to navigate and be used. In the report that I demonstrated at the very beginning, that was generated the MD file by just going through the steps in the artifacts with the Codex CLI, is something that is replicated as a web service in one of these functions. But also, I would highlight that some of the features that are provided by n8n, for example, the Gmail integration, where we can listen to the certain events that are happening. For example, like in this specific case, we just listening whether there's a new message received, and based on certain criteria, we'll filter that out, do the processing required, and then send the generated draft of the email. Of course, there are like more options. You can directly send an email, you can process more other stuff. There's a lot of options, but just to be safe and simple, as you can see, like we have Google Drive integrations. The third-party service created was also for pulling the information from Google Trends to provide any recommendations how it is possible to increase the CTR, click-through rate, for the LinkedIn posts that are generated. This is the workflow that was literally generated based on the artifacts that Amir and I were able to produce during the last session, and the test data set that I used for it. And of course, the more data you get, and the more data is coming from the real world, you can literally iterate on your product to improve certain features. And keep in mind that, for example, n8n has different triggers. So you don't only rely on Gmail, but there's a lot of other events that you can just listen and use for enabling the workflow.